thing about living in a beach town during the off-season is that it feels deserted. The tourists are long gone, the storefronts are mostly boarded up, and the boardwalk, the heart of the town in the summer, is nothing but an empty skeleton of itself. I like it though. It's peaceful. That's why for the longest time I go for late night runs on the boardwalk in the off-season, when no one was there. It was my detox from life and all the stresses that come with it. Sometimes you just need to be away from people. There was something about the sound of the waves and the rhythmic slap of my sneakers against the wooden planks that calmed me. It made me feel like I had the whole world to myself. Tonight was no different. The air was crisp, carrying that scent of salt and damp wood. The only lights came from the occasional street lamp, buzzing faintly, casting long, lonely shadows. I was maybe a mile in, and I got that feeling. The one where you just know you're not alone. I glanced over my shoulder. A man stood in the distance, not walking, not moving, just standing there on the boardwalk, facing me. I swallowed and turned back around, shaking it off. It was probably nothing. Maybe just another local taking a walk. But honestly, no matter what, that's still going to be an eerie sight to see. I kept running, but a few minutes later, the feeling of being followed or watched came back even stronger. My heart thudded more intensely, not from exertion, but something else. The curiosity to turn around again thickened, so I turned around again. He was closer, still not moving, still just standing there, facing me. A deep, crawling unease settled in my stomach. I picked up the pace, now taking out my one headphone that I had in. My feet pounded against the wood, breath coming quicker, but every few moments, I heard footsteps behind me, in sync with mine. I turned again. He was even closer, but still, he was completely still. I broke into a sprint. The once soothing boardwalk felt like an endless trap, stretching too far in both directions. My car was at the very end, parked right by the beach entrance. I just had to make it there. I ran harder than I ever had before. My lungs burned, my legs screamed, but I refused to stop. Every few seconds, I turned my head just enough to check, and every single time, he was a little closer, still standing and still watching. I didn't understand how he was able to stop so suddenly every time I turned around.